The last 30 years have witnessed an amazing awakening and resurrection of the cultural connections between Asian societies.
C'è un po' di pistacchio.
Xi Jinping asked two questions. What's wrong with our world and what can we do about it?
People have been trapped in a world or in countries with very poor quality infrastructure for a long time. They are yearning to be free. They're yearning to be mobile.
转过来都有水利处去。
They're yearning to be connected.
互联互通是要讲究通达的，你不能只是通，你还得达到。
Vedrai come piacerà il mio cioccolato ai cinesi.
截止到现在，已经有超过1200家小店在哈萨克斯坦。
bizlarning mushu shoxlanikka hamni tetg'ashqa o'jo xalqlari bizning jungonikka.
The Belt and Road is China's contribution to an answer to those global problems.
它这个铁路给了我们就打开这个世界的无限的想象力。
你都听着。
这个确实，中欧班列是沿线各国互利共赢的一个标志性的体现。
People across the Eurasian continent are being united in ways like never before, exchanging knowledge, values, and culture. Through the Belt and Road Initiative, China has revived a 2,000-year-old trade route with a new steel rail network, the China Railway Express, spanning over 10,000 kilometers, connecting east to west. Chengdu is the capital of southwest China's Sichuan province, home to giant pandas, spicy cuisine, scenic mountains, and a brand new aviation hub.
航向120，改平。
Li Jialing is training to be a flying instructor.
放第一时间看速度吧，速78。
If she passes, it will make her one of a small elite group to train a new generation of pilots.
China's aviation market is now the world's largest. More aircraft in one country, more flights every day, more travelers every day.
China has become the biggest aviation industry in the world, overtaking the United States. And the demand for pilots is expected to rise by 80%.
他在去年的时候发布了一个招聘启事，就是他在招聘固定役的女教员。当时看到这个就没有任何考虑，直接就去面试。
右泵宽，着陆降档进收，着陆灯宽，右泵宽，着陆降档完成。
China imports the majority of its aircraft from Airbus in Europe. This has allowed them to massively expand their aircraft fleets and to build the infrastructure that supports the aviation and other industries. So that has also been one of the positive, self-fulfilling prophecies of the new Silk Roads.
女生做飞行员真的特别少，所以就从来没有奢望过自己会成为飞行员，但是最终还是非常幸运，梦寐以成。
As the demand for aviation services increases in China, infrastructure is essential to ensure the stability of the industry. But Li's school is facing a shortage of planes, so it's turning to Europe. Li's school imports their planes all the way from Naples, Italy. The machines are manufactured and then shipped directly from the factory via the China Railway Express. Each container holds one plane. The wings are taken off and reassembled by a team of aircraft mechanics.
我们这一款飞机，想一想，跟我们以前飞的初级飞机最大的区别是什么？
记忆位置。
记忆位置，对。一按下去以后，几个灯。
100 Vulcan Air V1 planes have been ordered from Italy. And the first batch will arrive in 3 days, going to Kazakhstan. "3,400 kilometers to the west and sandwiched between Asia and Europe is Kazakhstan, over 2,500 kilometers from the nearest ocean."
Kazakhstan is the largest landlocked country in the world. It's more than 3,000 kilometers from west to east.
哈萨克斯坦呢，是一带一路的首发国。
Relations between China and Kazakhstan have been quite positive since the collapse of the Soviet Union. They settled their border disputes, they opened trade passageways and corridors.
Korgos Gateway, also known as Gate of the East, lies along the border of Kazakhstan and China. And its remote location has given it a unique opportunity.
Khargos Gateway является одним из самых крупнейших сухих портов в этом мире.
Opened in 2015, it has been nicknamed the Suez Canal of Central Asia, the vital link between East and West.
Ежедневно перегружается в среднем от 5 до 7 контейнерных поездов. Но в дальнейшем, в нашей перспективе, мы планируем перегружать до 12-15 контейнерных поездов в сутки.
In 2019, it handled an estimated 150,000 containers, over 2 million tons of cargo. And in the future, the port is estimated to handle up to 15 million tons of cargo yearly. This is Perugia, Italy. Known for its natural beauty, hilltop villages, and chocolate. Grace Wang has found a sweet product to export.
I'm Grace Wang. Part of my job is to connect the producers and the importers between Europe and China.
Today, she's visiting Georgia, the owner of a small Italian chocolatier. They've already exported their products to Europe and Japan. Grace hopes they can create chocolates for a Chinese palate.
Ciao Grace, benvenuta a Perugia Turan.
Grazie.
Questa è tutta la nostra cioccolata.
Oh, da vedere è proprio buonissimo. E per me, io voglio tutto.
Noi abbiamo un negozio di cioccolato, il Turan Café, da 3 anni, dove produciamo cioccolato, barrette, praline e tutte piccole dolci in cioccolato.
Perugia has been the center of high-quality Italian chocolate for more than a century. The world's famous Bacio, so-called Kisses chocolate, was created here. Every year, it holds the Euro Chocolate Festival to celebrate the city's sweet history.
Grace, perché non assaggi anche il cioccolatino con il pistacchio?
Ah, va bene.
Fuori abbiamo guscio di cioccolata fondente o latte e dentro c'è un ripieno di cioccolato bianco con pistacchio.
Wow.
Pura pasta pistacchio 100%.
È proprio perfetto, è buonissimo, anche secondo me per il mercato cinese va benissimo, perché secondo me il pistacchio è proprio una cosa tipica italiana, da sud, da Sicilia e comunque così.
Grace hopes that Georgia's chocolate shop can adapt flavors to make a new chocolate line to suit Chinese taste buds. "7,000 kilometers away, surrounded by snow-topped mountains and beautiful nature, is Almaty, Kazakhstan's former capital. It stands as the commercial center of the country. Within this modern exterior lies a more traditional way of life. Markets are where locals gather, chat, and consumers buy. But one company is trying to modernize how and what and where people buy. Welcome to the Silk Road City.
Вот смотрите, в поисковике вы можете вот так вот отсканировать. Вот здесь вы можете...
This is an e-commerce marketplace, enabling consumers to buy products not found in traditional markets.
随着“一带一路”的进展呢，电子商务也发展起来了。惠及民众的就这个覆盖率啊，你通过这个大的央企和国企啊，并不是很容易。因为大的央企国企，比如它做基础设施，这之后呢，电子商务进去，直接到每个家庭，到每一个人。
可能现在大家越来越多的能够在超市里或者在网上商店里面，能够见到来自于像中东欧啊、像中亚地区的一些货物。
Today, Gulmira wants to buy a hair straightener imported from China.
Фиолетовым цветом, ага.
Only 20% of people here have credit cards. So here, cash is king, which is a huge problem for e-commerce. Until now. This new platform is called the Silk Road Post Station. It enables consumers to order via the app
3920.
And pay in cash at their local convenience store.
В общем, мы с вами сейчас заказ оформим, привезут товар максимум через 3 дня. Вы получите здесь у нас свой заказ.
All these small shops need is a computer and the internet. This e-commerce startup company was founded by a Chinese-Kazakh couple.
My name is Yuan Zhaohui. I come from Xi'an. My friend here in Kazakh, they call me Dima. 在2014年以前，我呢还是一个普通的在西安。那么在2014年以后，和阿妮塔结婚以后，我们开始围绕这个“一带一路”沿线国家的这个电子商务的这个创业。
Using his experience in China, Yan brought an e-commerce model here and adapted it to fit with Kazakhs' buying habits.
因为在这边电子商务不是很发达，在网上支付也不是很发达，所以他们更喜欢用现金交易。所以我们的小店呢，给他们提供了这个条件。所以这个小店当时开得很成功，截止到现在已经有超过1200家小店在哈萨克斯坦以及俄罗斯的部分地区。
China is the world leader in e-commerce, with over $5 trillion in sales in 2019. The Silk Road Post Station platform hopes to bring some of that much-needed revenue to Kazakhstan. To become an e-commerce giant, Yan needs the country's new transport hub to rise to the challenge. Kazakhstan, the world's largest landlocked country. 1,500 kilometers from the capital is Korgos, a Chinese border town. 5 years ago, this sleepy desert outpost was transformed. Today, over 5 million tons of cargo pass through this massive inland rail transport hub. Over 3 giant gantry cranes towering 20 meters above have operators move each container coming in and out. Galina Osipova moved here 5 years ago as a crane operator.
Меня зовут Осипова Галина. У меня уже более 15 лет опыт работы на кране. Все вот эти вот контейнера не могут уйти на Европу, пока мы их не перегрузим.
Teams work in shifts over a 24-hour cycle to cope with the massive amount of rail traffic moving east and west. Along the Silk Railroad, not all tracks are alike. China and Europe have tracks 1,435 millimeters wide. Central Asia and Russia's are over 9 millimeters wider. To be able to move east or west, each container moving in its respective direction has to be taken off one train and put onto another. Galina's diligence will help a fragile delicacy being transported across the continents between Europe and Asia. Today, 30 containers of fresh tomatoes are moving from just across the Korgos border China's Xinjiang Autonomous Region. This business collaboration was unthinkable before the opening of the China Railway Express. Over 1.6 million square kilometers, it's the largest province in China, and a treasure trove of cultures, rich natural resources, and home to the country's largest tomato fields.
Мен исмим Месер Турган. Биздин ойда бекче адам болуп, мен баланы чоңайып, кичкен сыңым нонда да шөдүк койду. Кичиги болса башлангыч мектепте окуйду.
This area gets 3,000 hours of sunshine a year, and fresh snow water from Tian Shan Mountain makes it perfect for growing plum tomatoes. Muyasar and her family began growing tomatoes instead of traditional crops like wheat and corn 10 years ago. But it's the quality of their crop that's been getting a lot of attention.
Yerlik өсірген шоқлығымызды әмді құрық мейі орынды ешкім болды, әнкен мейі сұйық пішішкім болды, тамақлаға тоғырап ешкім болды, қанақ лесек ешқіп болды, тәбей хемейлік мадды yok.
Muyasar recently graduated from university and is helping her father take their family business in a whole new direction. Since changing crops, Mamat has been supplying his organic tomatoes to a local factory that turns them into paste.
Bizdeki bu şoxlakni Xinjiang Gönlü Fençe Gunsi ovcu degan şu davlatlarga yetkizib opirib, bizlarning bu şoxlakniki ta'mini tetig'ishga ovcu xalqlari bizning jungoniki.
In 2019, China exported over 900,000 tons of tomato paste worldwide. 10% of those are grown here. But just last year, they hit the jackpot. A deal to export to Europe's biggest tomato producer, Italy.
中欧班列呢，实际上给欧亚大陆带来了巨大的变化。这个巨大的变化就是从我们两端都可以相互品尝到跟每一个人日常生活相关的不同的食物可以说起。
Small family businesses like Mamat's are beginning to benefit from the connectivity of the Silk Railroad. Gaining access to markets that once seemed impossible has inspired him to expand his farmland. China's tomato harvest is booming, sending organic paste all the way to consumers in Italy, 9,300 kilometers away, via the China Railway Express. Italy remains an important economic partner of China in Europe. This new transport route is helping deepen business and cultural ties between the two countries.
The initiative is underpinned by a recognition that we live in a world of many countries, which all have their own, in many cases, languages, traditions, values, distinctive sets of economic activities.
那你要有一些共通的、最基本的原则，所以共商、共建、共享，这就是一个原则。所以这就是自古至今打通不同文明之间合作的一个原则。所以这就是几千年来所贯穿、所进一步总结出来的。
Inside these carriages, heading from Italy to China, are 8 small planes. The shipment is part of nearly $19 billion being spent to supply the country with enough planes to support a booming aviation industry. First, these goods will pass through Kazakhstan. At Kyrgyz Port, Kazakhstan, the teams have a safety brief and medical checks before they climb their massive cranes.
Я сегодня сильно готова поднимать контейнера.
Galina's 12-hour shift starts with a missing container.
Вот мы немножечко не попадаем. Кто-то поставил предыдущие крановщики прямо впритык.
Inside these 2.5 by 6 meter containers are Italian planes heading from Naples to Chengdu, China.
Да, конечно, поставили прям совсем впритык. Сейчас мы его попробуем взять на раскачку, если, конечно, получится.
The pressure is on.
Сейчас мы его продвинем, спрейдер. Работа, как говорится, тонкая. Наша безопасность — сохранить груз, не нарушая перегруз. Я чувствую гордость при том, что производим здесь такие погрузно-разгрузочные работы. Огромный проект.
The planes are for this flight school in Chengdu. Che Tianfa, ex-pilot and owner, is tapping into a huge demand for new pilots. And the arrival of the Italian Vulcan planes is a boost for his business.
首先是它的性价比高，而且它的飞机综合性能也比较好，安全性能也比较好，而且它的速度相对比较慢，作为初级教练机是非常好的。
The planes are first tested in Italy before being disassembled, then shipped to China.
我们以前在美国进飞机的话，基本上大概到国内应该是在60-70天这个样，但是就是感觉欧洲这边呢，也是用船的话，应该在50天左右。他就会把箱子运到工厂，工厂会把飞机装到箱子里面，然后他再去把箱子给拉到火车站。
Che hopes to buy nearly 100 more in the coming 3 years. This massive increase is made possible by the Silk Railroad.
那么其实这省出的时间就是沿线的各国海关达成了一致的协议，就是针对中国班列上的货物，大家都认可中国的海关，这样的话就是节省了我们大量的运输的时间。所以这个是中国班列恰恰是沿线各国高水平合作的一个体现。
这个今天应该差不多了吧？
现在的话，基本工作都已经完成了，现在就剩下一些钢索的连接，还有一些细节性的一些调试工作。然后这些完成了之后，就基本工作就完成了。
我们现在需要找它现在的这些螺栓，每一边大翼上面是有4颗螺栓，然后两边的话就应该是有8颗。
A team of engineers are ready for the latest shipment of Italian planes. And now, it's time to assemble them. Once the plane arrives, it can be assembled in just 1 week.
我们的机务要送到意大利去培训，然后在第一次组装也是厂家派人过来协助我们。就是跟带着他们一起组装，当我们带回来以后，我们自己就可以组装了。
These very planes travel through the desert to reach Chengdu, and thousands more containers are lined up today, ready to offload. 1,000 kilometers across the border is Yanxi County, Xinjiang Province, China. It's August, and Mamat Turap and his daughter, Mu Yasar, are inspecting a bumper crop of tomatoes ready to harvest. Their organic farm hand-picks its crops. Mamat has only 2 months to harvest every tomato from his 1,000-acre farm.
Düşüde. İlk yaşıyormuş ya. İqtisodlik nimasiga nurga yetkazib kelgan. Mushu dehqonlar 30 yaqqa hech qanday bug'doy, qo'noq, gazir, shunini bilan hech qanday dehqonchilik birmisini qat'iy uqmaydi. Bu Xinjiang Guandan Liyan Tang mishaga qurilgan bo'lsa, mushu iqtisodiyotdan mushu qizil to'g'riliq nurg'un dehqonlarniki iqtisodiy oshdi.
These organic local tomatoes are in such high demand that it's given Mamat the money to buy machinery and hire new workers to increase his output. Each tractor can carry 25 tons of tomatoes. Mamat can collect up to 100 tons a day. Once the harvest machine is full, the team drive the goods to the processing factory, where the tomatoes will be turned into tomato paste to export worldwide. This is Karaganda, a city in northeast Kazakhstan. Coal mining was once its main income. But an e-commerce startup company called Silk Road City is the new player in town. It's an online marketplace that sells goods from China, Russia, and Central Asia. In a country where imported products were once a rarity, or would take months to arrive, it's now door-to-door delivery, promised in 11 days. But there's been a glitch in the system.
他这个是咋了？刚我听张哥说是订单信息传不过来。
Там этот что, заявки не поступают? Есть проблема, заявки не загружаются.
这些信息更新的不及时是吧？啊，是5月13号的。今天啊，那行，等一下我问一下张科。
Yen has built a giant 4,000 square meter warehouse with enough stock to be able to deliver to the consumer on time.
Все, ребята, проблема решена, работаем.
那个时候我们尝试过用China Post 用汽车啊，但是这个有的要么很慢，要么成本很高。
Speed is crucial because the company only gets paid after the products are delivered to the customer. So all their products are imported using the China-Europe train through the southern corridors. Goods leave China via Xi'an and travel 3,200 kilometers to Korgos. This boom in cargo across borders has transformed the region. Galina moved her family to this once empty desert on the promise of a new life.
У нас здесь все бесплатно. Жилье, стол, стул, чашка, ложка, холодильник, микроволновка. Все бесплатно. Пока я здесь работаю, для меня это все бесплатно.
A whole new town called Nurket has been built from scratch to serve over 1,200 workers and their families. With apartment blocks, a school, and shops. City planners expected to grow to house over 100,000 inhabitants.
Здесь были барханы. Здесь вообще была ровная площадка. Как говорится, с песка поднялся этот порт.
The ancient Silk Road has literally been revived, and an oasis has sprung from the desert.
古代丝绸之路和现代“一带一路”最大的相似之处，就是推动东西方文明之间的互学互鉴，推动东方和西方之间经济体之间的互联互通。
中欧班列啊，它重新创造了一种铁路文化。
Its transformation has even grander plans. A tax-free shopping destination is being built to entice buyers and visitors to this oasis. This is the Corgos Free Trade Zone.
Horgos is quite a significant transit point. It is first and foremost a free zone, and the free zone concept is critical because it does allow merchants and traders to come without a visa from another country to trade duty-free, tariff-free, to exchange goods with each other.
It spans over 5 square kilometers across China and Kazakhstan's border, and nearly 15,000 visitors cross back and forth every day. One of the products that has arrived here is tomato paste, all the way from Xinjiang, China. A batch of fresh tomatoes has arrived at the factory to be processed into tomato paste. Production manager Sin Hong Bin has to make sure that the production line is running perfectly.
就是这个放料嘛，放的均匀一点，大小放的合适，保证供应。我们就是2个开的，一个大一个小。
This latest batch is heading all the way to Italy. Every tomato gets checked, and each batch will receive a report card detailing the quality.
我们这个番茄属于加工用番茄，颜色特别鲜红。由于我们这个地区的日照时间决定了我们的番茄这个品质。
First, any green tomatoes will be separated. Then, the fresh red tomatoes will be washed 6 times, sprayed, and air cleaned. Next, they will enter a machine that will turn them into tomato paste.
我们的生产时间是24小时。
The factory has 7 production lines, which can produce nearly 1,500 tons of tomato paste every day.
我们的品质控制，整个我们的产品加工是通过番茄是自然成熟，然后无任何添加剂的一个纯物理的一个加工过程。
The tomato paste is sterilized and stored into bacteria-free barrels for 10 days for observation. Before being shipped from the transport hub and traveling 9,400 kilometers to Naples, Italy, via refrigerated containers on board the China Railway Express. In Perugia, Italy, 2 sisters are handcrafting chocolates for Chinese palates to export back in the other direction. Grace Wang hopes to open up a huge new market for them.
Sto preparando una pralina con cioccolato bianco e zafferano e viene coltivato nella zona di Perugia, questo che utilizziamo noi. Lo ricopriamo con cioccolato fondente e sopra un bollino con il nostro marchio. Che ne dici, Grace? Vuoi provare?
Grazie, volentieri. Com'è? Così?
Così, sì. E riempi tutta la boule. Questo è lo zafferano che è rosso, ma poi quando viene sciolto nel cioccolato diventa giallo.
È anche speciale il zafferano e in Cina e per la medicina tradizionale cinese quello fa molto bene alla salute. Quindi questo è il prodotto perfetto, perfettissimo per il mercato cinese.
E quindi lo stampiamo sopra. Questo è il timbro Turan.
At last, the pink ruby chocolate custom made for Chinese palates is ready.
Ok, provo io.
Se vuoi metterci un po' di pistacchio.
Sì. Mi piace questo colore, anche questa idea per fare il cioccolato.
Allora, adesso lo mettiamo in frigorifero.
Sì. Benissimo. Wow. E io voglio assaggiare, posso?
Certo, puoi assaggiare. Giulia, molto brava.
Che buonissimo!
Vedrai come piacerà il mio cioccolato ai cinesi.
Back in Central Asia, business is brewing in the digital space.
The biggest difference between the Silk Roads of old and new has got to be the digital dimension, because we see today that countries have electronic transfers of trade with each other. They hold each other's currencies in reserve. They're able to frictionlessly move assets back and forth.
世界越来越多的通过电子化、数字经济，享受到了过去只有富人才有的社会福利，以数字化的选择权的能力为社会结构的基本划分。
In Kazakhstan's Silk Road city, Yen's e-commerce business is expanding. An e-commerce course for budding entrepreneurs is hoping to transform the buying habits of its people.
My name is Serim. И именно вот из этого города все дороги, ЖД-дороги курсируют, ведут в нашу сторону, через Казахстан ведут в Европу. Сейчас вот именно вот этот древний шелковый путь возобновляет.
Serim hopes their Silk Road shared history will motivate them to become e-commerce traders of today.
一带一路呢，目前是覆盖了全球。
In 2019, Silk Road City has exported goods worth over $100 million. And Yen hopes to keep growing.
我们也有计划，在未来随着我们这个 SRC Shop 的这个推广，那么我们也希望有一天发一个电商专列来哈萨克斯坦。
Back in northeast Chengdu, with 30 hours of flying lessons under her wing, Li Jialing is taking her final test to gain her private pilot's license.
拿到私照之后，肯定第一想的是能够自己，带着家人来体验一下我自己驾驶的飞机。
高度200米，检验，关灯，关油泵。
我的梦想是现在先脚踏实地、安安稳稳、平平安安的飞完我的私照、商照，加上仪表等级、教员等级等等。最后是成为一名合格且得到他人认可的飞行教员。
转过来都要水力出去，放警夜，开灯，着陆前甲的警夜248。
我希望你今天、以后，不管之前、以后怎么样都好，不要骄傲，但是还是考试通过了啊。
好消息是通过了考试和检查，坏消息就是要被飞行的一个传统所折磨，就是泼水。我们师傅和同事对你的要求就是希望你能戒骄戒躁。泼一盆冷水的意思就是想让你 calm down。
In Perugia, Italy, after having tasted the products, it's time for Grace and Georgia to come up with a deal.
Grazie per tutte le informazioni e secondo me il mercato cinese è pronto per i vostri prodotti, anche che abbiamo proprio il treno e da Italia a Cina ci vuole sono 2 settimane massimo.
Grace mi ha assicurato che nel treno ci sono dei container climatizzati, perciò credo che il trasporto via treno sia la soluzione migliore sia per quanto riguarda i costi che la qualità del prodotto. Abbiamo fatto l'accordo. Il nostro cioccolato sarà mangiato dall'altra parte del mondo per noi è incredibile. Sarà sorprendente il fatto di doverlo trasportare e esportare.
Grace seals the deal, securing a steady flow of artisan Italian chocolates into China with the help of the Silk Rail route. Meanwhile, in Central Asia, today is a big day for Yen. Another brand new Silk Road City shop will open in Almaty, Kazakhstan.
У нас остался последний процесс. Нужно наклеить этот стикер у входа в магазин. Куда вам удобно будет?
Можно вот сюда приклеить.
Хорошо, давайте. Ага. Поздравляем вас!
Transforming Kazakhstan's consumer marketplace by one shop at a time. Yuan has massive dreams for the future.
我们也希望通过在哈萨克做一个模板。那么同样的模式呢，我们也希望能复制到其他的丝路的沿线国家。我们也希望这个能做到中欧班列开到哪里啊，我们就把我们这个丝路城、丝路驿站和我们的这个丝路城海外仓做到哪里。
In Xinjiang Province, China, farmer Mamat Turap and his daughter have come to the factory to help package nearly 1,000 tons of bright red tomato paste, ready to be sent to Naples, Italy.
挤好了以后，袋子两边一插，正反两边一插，插完以后，两边的角一折，放展，然后把这个袋子窝进来。
These organic Xinjiang tomatoes are so popular in Europe's tomato industry. They will be processed into ketchup, puree, and salsa sauces. The company is exporting nearly 36,000 tons a year, and it's increasing, creating even more opportunities for local farmers to join this cooperative.
近年来，由于中欧班列的开通，使我们的产品销往国外更加方便快捷，也使我们的产品能及时、快速地送到了我们的国外客户的手里。
Once the tomato barrels are checked and loaded on the trucks, they leave for the train terminal, 30 kilometers away. This tomato train travels 9,400 kilometers from Yanxi to Urumqi, Xinjiang, across the border to Kazakhstan, passing 4 countries to the destination in Naples, Italy. Within the last decade, the ancient Silk Road has been reborn. This 10,000-kilometer route is transforming how goods are traded. Next, we discover a Chinese tradition modernizing, while eco-supercars are custom-made and sent from Germany's industrial heartland to China.
Dream car.
And how the pasta from the Kazakh steppe rolls on to the world's market.